Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we have a beautiful lake right behind us. I did fish all day, but it was a grind. I'm not going to say I'm going to post a video because it just wasn't too productive of a day, but we have this awesome scenery right here, so I thought this would be a great chance to just shoot a talking video. So today's topic is going to be my top 7 best producing baits of 2019. This won't be my top 7 favorite baits of all time, but these are going to be the ones that stood out to me as an angler this year in particular. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so switch the camera angle a little bit just because of that sun glare back there, but let's start off with bait 1. For bait 1, I chose the Megabass 6-inch mag draft. As some of you know who follow me on Instagram, this is the bait that caught my PB this year. It's a 6-inch soft bait. This has a killer action in the water, and I caught that my PB, and I lost another one that I think was another PB on this. So this bait has gone through hell and back with me, and to all of you going out there for a great starter swim bait, I would for sure recommend this bait. So, moving on to the second bait, I chose the chatterbait. The chatterbait was actually a bait that for a few years, I just didn't really use it that much. I don't know what. I like the spinnerbait, I love the swim jig, but never really got into the chatterbait. This year, the chatterbait really stood out to me, and I had a couple days where this was the ticket of the day. And my favorite chatterbait would for sure be the chatterbait custom with a Reaction Innovations swim bait on the back. This has been my absolute #1 chatterbait setup for this year. A couple other really good ones that I can't not say about is, of course, the original chatterbait, awesome bluegill color. And then another one that it's actually not a Z-Man, but the Picasso shock blade is actually very unique with the Yamamoto Zago on the back. I also love that trailer. This is a really unique chatterbait, and I think it's awesome. I caught a lot of fish on this one too. So, moving on, bait number 3. Oh, also, quickly, to go over gear that I throw these baits on, the mag draft, you could throw on like a lighter swim bait rod, but my favorite rod, actually, let me get this out for you. Never mind, my friend who's fishing right over there actually took that rod, but I'm fishing a 7.4 heavy moderate rod with 20-pound fluoro, which has a good bend for those treble hooks to keep them pinned in a fish's mouth, really drive those hooks in and then keep them pinned if the fish comes up thrashing. And for chatterbaits, a lot of people throw fluorocarbon, and I absolutely do, but my #1 chatterbait rod is kind of jumping all over the place, but this one right here, this is the Shimano Scorpion with a Shimano Zodius 7.2 medium heavy. It's just a killer rod. I would absolutely recommend this combo for anyone getting into that mid-range gear. So that's bait number 1 and 2. Bait number 3, what should we go with? We have the mag draft and the chatterbait done. Alright, let's go with this one. I was very slow into getting one of these, but once I got it, I am very happy I did. That is the Tackle Sprinkle. Oh, I almost just dropped it over the side of this big dock. But this is the Tackle Sprinkler frog. So I love frog fishing. Those have worked awesome over the years. And I also caught a lot of fish on frogs this year. But this bait is what stood out to me that was more of like a newer this year. And Tackle Spanker frog is basically a frog mixed with a popper plopper. My 2 favorite topwater lures combined into one. Come on. I had a few days where I had about a dozen fish each day eat this thing, and I got them in the boat. They have great hooks on those, great strong sturdy hooks that I was able to drive into those big fish. Caught a 3-pounder on it too, so yeah, that is for sure a winner. Thought I'd be giving at first. For sure it's not. Those fish will love it. So, moving on to bait number 4. This one, it's not really a standout this year. I mean, obviously the standout was probably one of my #1 favorite baits of all time. But I could not talk about it because the number of fish I catch on this bait every single year, it just it goes up every single year, so I'm still gonna talk about it. It's the Strike King Caffeine Shad. It's a version of the Fluke. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of the Zoom Fluke. I think I mentioned that in a past videos, and that is a Caffeine Shad. I fish them just like a Fluke. As an awesome action on the fall. It shimmies like that, has an insane action. My favorite colors are KVD Magic, Green Pumpkin, and then Smoky Shad is a great color. I'm experimenting with some new flukes like the Yamamoto and the Bass Assassins. They are really nice, but I just keep on coming back to that Caffeine Shad again. I like fishing anywhere from that 6.6 to that 7.2 medium to medium heavy rod, and line can vary. Honestly, for a lot of this year, I threw it on this exact same rod. This is like my main, most versatile combo that I have, and like right now, I'm actually just testing out that new Yamamoto bait, and I'm actually liking it. It has some pretty good action. I like it as much as the Caffeine Shad, but it throws anything from chatterbaits to Senkos to Fluke. So my little plug for that combo is out of the way. But again, Caffeine Shad, it's been one of my favorite baits for years, and I can't not talk about it in a video like this. So, what are we at now? Oh, right, okay. So, this is bait number, I think 4. This is bait number 4. Alright, 1 second. So, quick recap. We had the Mag Draft, the Chatterbait, the Tackle Spanker Frog, and the Caffeine Shad. That's 4, so this is bait number 5. Bait number 5 is the jig. So, jig fishing has been one of my favorite things to do for years and years and years. I've been fishing a jig for so long, and this year, I think, maybe my best jig year was actually last year, but this year, it was pretty darn close. This is another thing like that Caffeine Shad. Even though it wasn't like I just discovered it this year, I think this was for sure something that worth talking about. This is actually a Dirty J's football jig. Just started playing around with that awesome bluegill color right there, and honestly, I cannot talk about it. I use this from anywhere from like a 7.2 to a 7.5 medium heavy to heavy power. I'll flip it in trees with either heavy fluorocarbon or heavy braid. Love fishing jigs. So, on to bait number 6 is the drop shot. I actually did not have a drop shot. I didn't have one rigged up on one of my rods, so I decided to just put it on a straight line like this, just to show you what it is. A lot of you I think know what a drop shot is, but just if you don't, a drop shot is, there is a weight down there, and about anywhere from 4 to 12, or can go up to like 2 feet up, you put a hook and a drop shot bait. So for the hook, I have been really liking these rebarb hooks, and also Chocar makes the one that actually makes a weedless drop shot. For drop shots, a lot of times you will get snagged on the bottom, so I really love these weedless style drop shot hooks. And for baits, I like the Robo Worm, the Dream Shot, and then this is a really cool one from Z-Man. This is the, I'm blanking on the name, but if any of you know what that bait is by Z-Man, they have that super nice stretchy plastic, and it's for sure a winner. So drop shot, spinning rod, anywhere from medium light to medium spinning rod is what I like to fish. And now bait number 6, and for our final bait, this is a bait where I hated on for a long time. For almost 2 years, everyone just constantly talked about it, how great this was. I never was a fan. I never thrown it. I always thought that it was not a good bait, but eventually I decided to try it when the day was tough, and for some reason, it worked. This is the Ned rig. A lot of you know what it is. The Finesse TRD, or the Turd, is what I called it. But now I call it a TRD because it actually, for some reason, works. I can't bad talk it anymore. This is literally, when I mean, this is the stupidest bait. Look at that. It is a little jig head with a chunk of plastic. But I had a smallmouth day where I caught almost 70 fish, and more than half of them were on a Ned rig. This is the one, I wanted to save this one for last because the two baits that I got into, like, I didn't like them, that I got into them this year, was a chatterbait and the Ned rig. Some of the other baits, like the mag draft, I just picked up like a few months ago and started really liking them. But those are two baits that I hated on for a long time. The Ned rig I had to save for last because I do not like that this thing works. But when the bite is tough, when you pull this thing out, I have had several days where I've caught dozens and dozens and dozens of bass on these. So yeah, those are my top 7 most producing baits of 2019. I'm not saying these are my top 10 favorites because I have a lot of baits that I did not talk about in this video. These are the standouts for 2019. So, guys, I really hope you enjoyed these videos. And I'm not sure if this is going to be posted before or after the Winnipesaukee videos. I think I'm going to post this one before. But those are being edited right as we speak. And also, here it is. The GoPro, as you can see in my last few videos, the audio has been absolutely horrendous, but I got a new case and I have a microphone coming, so the audio and video quality should be really good, like all that crinkly noise in the last few videos. I'm really sorry about that, but that should be cured in the next few videos coming out after the New Hampshire videos. I think I have 2 more to upload after this, or maybe I upload this after. I'm not really sure when I'm going to upload this one, but guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.